It's time for the Closed Pyramid, where we talk lower league soccer in America. Covering USL Championship, USL League 1, USL League 2, MLS Next Pro, NISA, and much more. Now here's your host, Jordan Wiegand.
Hello and welcome to the Closed Pyramid, a part of the Stateside Soccer Show where we talk all things lower league soccer in the United States of America. I know it's been a bit since I've done an episode, so I am had so many Sundays where I was just super busy, could not fit this in, but this Sunday is a little slower. I don't have as much going on, so I'm able to finally get back into the swing of things, try to continue to go, every other week from here. Every other week, I'm coming back from vacation on the 25th. So it might be more like July 2nd or maybe the Monday, June 26th or something. But anyway, we're here to update you on all of the action in lower league soccer. Logan and I just did an episode earlier this week that was all about the Messi to Miami deal. How does that affect MLS and, soccer in America that way? But not much to really talk about in the regards of how that will affect, I guess, us here, right? Like in the USL. Except for I said one of the first episodes of this show that when Miami FC was being on CBS, that might help them a bit with getting more traction in Miami with the way Inter Miami was playing and with them now being fully on Apple. But it seems to me that won't probably be an issue now that they got Messi. And probably the biggest obstacle when we're talking about USL, which is a Division 2, right? They want to be another Division 1. They want to be able to push MLS. They want to be a competitor for MLS. The biggest thing in their way, I think, for USL is exposure worldwide and the fact that I don't think they would be able to get any of these type of players. LAFC still doesn't have that exposure worldwide. At this point, when a player is linked to LAFC, he is linked to LA Galaxy when you're looking at Europe reports, right? Because they don't understand that there's two clubs there or they're not familiar with MLS as a whole. I saw people looking at MLS Next Pro. I Guess Inter Miami, they followed the wrong Inter Miami account. They followed Inter Miami 2. And they were posting, and it was like an empty stadium because it's just, MLS Next Pro. And people were like, these are Messi's teammates, and this is how empty their stadium is. And it's like, no, that is a whole different level, it's a whole different account. It's everything different. So if they can't get that right, they're not going to understand the differences between LAFC and LA Galaxy at times. But for our players, for USL to get these type of players, these big name players, that's going to be their next step, I think, at some point. Because not even big names. They just need a little bit of names, right? That are going to go play in USL and maybe make some noise overseas. These on the middle of the road European players that sometimes come to MLS might start going there at some point if they can start footing the bill. And I think that might be a way for them to start getting more traction. But I do think when we look at, these players like Messi, the reason he's going to Miami is, one, it's Miami. It's nice. Why is he going there and not Miami FC? Well, David Beckham is the owner of Inter Miami. So it becomes a thing of the connections of the ownership and most people probably think there's only MLS over here. I don't know if overseas USL League One, USL League Two, NISA, if they get the type of publicity that people would understand that this is a continuing thing, that like that we have lower leagues as well. Because people think MLS is not at the level, they probably would think that our lower leagues are not uh, fully functioning. That's just a little preamble to the show there. Just wanted to kind of drop that as an amendment to what I was saying about Miami FC earlier in the season. Inter Miami can make these big moves that Miami FC can't. So even if Miami FC is on CBS, people are now going to buy Apple subs for Messi. That's kind of the big thing. And worldwide, Inter Miami, it now has like more followers than even MLB teams and NFL teams, even more than the Miami Heat on Instagram. This is the type of blow up that it can do when you get a big star like this. And Messi's the biggest star. Player wise, right? I think Ronaldo is the biggest star, like follower wise, right? I think he has like the most followers on Instagram. So, but Messi, I think everyone is able to say Messi is the better player than Ronaldo at this point. Especially, I think Messi's going to be at a higher level by playing in MLS instead of the Saudi league that Ronaldo is currently playing in. Okay, so let's dive into the actual, I guess, results for the week here. For the last few weeks, I guess. I'm not going to go game by game or anything. I'm just going to kind of look at the table, see what has changed since we last updated, and look at teams that are really in form. And what better way to start than to start with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, who have, if you look at their last 5 matches, 5 wins. I'm going to go ahead and look and see if their win streak started before those 5 wins, because FotMob only shows 5. But and this is, of course, not including the Open Cup where they lost to Cincinnati midweek. But USL Championship, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight wins. They had a draw on May 5th with the Monterrey. They had a draw with Indy 11 on April 29th. When's the last time they lost? The last time Riverhounds have lost is Saturday, April 22nd. If we're looking at league-wise, Open Cup again, they just lost midweek, but that's a pretty good run here for the Riverhounds, who are starting to get it together. They've jumped up to first place. They have 7 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses. They're scoring 20 goals, only giving up 11 on the season. 9 goal differential. Look at the difference between that and Charleston. Charleston is somehow in second place with 25 points. Now, they've had a little bit of a rough patch, 2 losses and a draw in their last 3 matches. But they've given up 21 goals and they only scored 17. They have a negative goal differentials. They sit second place with 7 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. And that's kind of the outlier, right, is Charleston here. And I would even say Louisville, but Charleston giving up that many goals is kind of the outlier in this top half of the table. Really, if you're looking at somebody that's giving up just as many goals or so, would be Birmingham Legion in 6th place with 23 goals given up, and still having a negative goal differential and only scoring 17 goals. But if you look at the rest of the table, Tampa's in 3rd. They have 22 goals scored, 15 given up. Louisville has only scored 13, but they've only given up 16. So that is a negative goal differential, but it's not as bad as Charleston's. And then Memphis, 23 goals scored, 14 conceded. And then you kind of see it start to turn a bit around Birmingham Legion, where the rest of the way down is negative goal differentials from on down. And Birmingham Legion, by the way, this is 5 straight losses. They have 7 losses in total, but 5 of them coming from the last 5 matches, which started on, when did this game start? May 3rd. So in the last month and a week, 5 weeks. Okay, so they've been pretty consistently playing 5 weeks. Some of these teams have odd schedules, but Birmingham Legion, is not in a good spot right now. They have 16 points. They'll probably start dropping down, especially if any of these other teams go on a run. Loudoun United, sit ninth here. They have 4 losses and 1 win in their last 5. The bottom half of the table is not good. None of these teams are looking very sharp here. Now, I did just see this Miami FC Rio Grande Valley FC game. I just want to point something out that was kind of making me upset with the scoreboard. I know right now they're kind of just doing what they can do, I guess. They just put the color of the team behind the name, so Miami, they have kind of like this orangish, color. And Rio Grande Valley, they had with a bluish color. But the thing that was confusing is that some of these TV channels will put like what color the team is wearing, right? So in this actual case, Rio Grande Valley was wearing closer to the color that Miami's name was on the score bug. And Rio Grande Valley was wearing the orange closer to that. Miami was wearing closer to the blue. It was like a gray top, blue shorts that matched the Rio Grande Valley name on the score bug. So when you see Miami score, you're thinking it's Rio Grande Valley because you're sometimes putting, okay, that's the color of the jersey that I'm seeing, so that should be who scored. So that was a little confusing. Hopefully they can fix that at some point and just do like whatever color they're wearing instead of just having, I guess, a generic score bug that has just these pre-selected colors for the teams, because it can be very confusing if you don't know the team off the bat, or if you don't know what their kits look like, stuff like that. I'm sure I wasn't the only one that tuned in and was like, oh, this Miami scored. No, that was Rio Grande Valley. So why are they wearing the same thing that Miami's colored? Like that's probably a little confusing. But taking it from the top here, let's go back to how we're sitting. Pittsburgh Riverhounds in first with 26 points. Charleston Battery in second with 25 points. Tampa Bay in third with 24. They've kind of jumped up. I remember at the beginning of the season, they were kind of more middle of the pack. They've started climbing again. Historic club there. They had a nice win. What was that win? Against New Mexico. Yeah, 3-2. They had some really good goals too. I like this Rowdies team a lot. Louisville City FC in fourth with 21 points. They just lost to, I think it was Memphis. Off the top of my head here. Yeah, Memphis 3-1. Memphis in fifth, right below them with 21 points. They have 2 games in hand, though. Birmingham Legion in sixth, like we said, they played 13. They have 16 points, 5 straight losses. Indy 11 in seventh. Remember, Birmingham Legion, when we started the show, was like top of the league in the East for the first few weeks. They've plummeted down to 6th. That's not great. Indy 11 in seventh with 16 points as well. Tulsa in 8th with 13 points. Loudoun in 9th with 13. Miami FC, not the one Messi's going to, in 10th with 13. Detroit in 11th with 12 points. And Hartford Athletic in 12th place with 10 points. They only have 2 wins. Same thing with Miami, only 2 wins. Tulsa also only has 2 wins, but they have 7 draws. So they're racking up 7 points. Half of their more than half of their points are coming just from draws. FC Tulsa. Over in the West, we have the Sacramento Republic in first with 29 points. They've only conceded 8 goals all season. They've scored 26. That's like the most goals, right? Yes, it is. That is the most goals and the least goals conceded in the league. So a pretty big stat there for Sacramento Republic. They just had a draw against the San Diego Loyal on Friday. El Paso Locomotive in second with 26 points. They also have a game in hand, so they can tie Sac Republic on points. But they have 21 goals scored, 14 conceded, so 7 goal differential for El Paso. San Antonio, reigning champs, third place. They have played 14 games. They have 24 points. They have 2 straight draws and a loss in their last 5 games. 2 wins scattered in there. They've scored 25 and they've conceded 14. So they're doing pretty well in the goals scored, goals conceded part there. They've only lost 2 games. Sac Republic only lost 1. San Diego Loyal in 4th with 22 points. They have conceded 19 and scored 22. So we're still in a positive goal differential in the top 4 here. Same thing with Oakland. They're in the top 5 here. They have 21 points. They have a positive goal differential. They've scored 20, conceded 14. Monterey in 6th with 24 goals scored, 19 conceded. They have 20 points. So they're about 9 off first place. So it's a little bit crowded up here. But, last time we started, I think it was in the East, 6th place started the negative goal differential straight on down. Yeah. And you had 2 negative goal differentials in the top 4. In the Western Conference, goal differentials in the positive all the way down to 6th place. And then from there, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, only negative 1 goal differential. So they're either playing better defense or they're definitely playing better defense, it looks like. Okay, Colorado Springs Switchbacks in 7th with 19 points. Phoenix Rising in 8th with 17. New Mexico United in 9th with 14 points. Orange County SC is in 10th with 13 points. Rio Grande Valley FC is in 11th with 12 points. They had 3 straight losses before that draw. And then Las Vegas Lights FC in 12th place with 9 points. So actually the worst team in the West is actually worse than the bottom East team. So that's how it's currently going in USL. They have some matches coming up midweek here. We have some matches on the 14th. Hartford Athletic versus Detroit City FC at 7 o'clock. El Paso Locomotive FC versus Las Vegas Lights FC. That is a top tier West team versus a bottom tier. San Diego Loyal versus San Antonio. That is a 3rd and 4th place going up against each other at 10 p.m. on Wednesday. That sounds like a good night. Hartford Athletic Detroit at 7. That's 2 bottom East teams facing off there. Then on Saturday, June 17th, Hartford faces the Charleston Battery. Miami faces Loudoun United. Birmingham Legion try to stop their skid against India 11 at 7:30. Memphis 901 versus Detroit City FC at 8:30. Colorado Springs Switchbacks versus Las Vegas Lights at 9. FC Tulsa versus Orange County SC at 9. New Mexico United, Rio Grande Valley at 9. Then at 9:30, El Paso Locomotive facing off against Tampa Bay Rowdies. Oakland Roots SC facing off against number 1 in the East, Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Phoenix Rising hosting Louisville at 10:30. And then at 11, Sac Republic versus Monterey. That's on June 17th. And that is those are all on ESPN Plus. Then you got midweek games on Wednesday, June 21st. Birmingham Legion versus Loudoun at 8. Memphis versus FC Tulsa at 8. Rio Grande Valley FC at 8 o'clock hosting Colorado Springs Switchbacks. New Mexico United and Phoenix Rising at 9. Then on Saturday, June 24th, the Hartford Athletic versus Indy 11 at 7. Loudoun versus Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh Riverhounds versus San Diego Loyal. That sounds like a good one. 7:30, Detroit City and Orange County SC. Then at 8, Louisville versus Las Vegas Lights. At 8:30, Memphis and Charleston. At 9 o'clock, New Mexico hosting Colorado Springs Switchback. Monterey hosting Miami at 10. Oakland and Phoenix Rising. And then at 11, Sac Republic and San Antonio FC. So hopefully by then I'll come back and recap those games after my little vacation I'm having. If we're looking at stats, top goal scorers right now in the league, Russell Cicerone with 9, Albert Diqua for the Riverhounds at 9 as well. So those are the top 2. Alex Dixon of Monterey Bay has 8. Assist, Canardo Forbes with 5 on the Riverhounds. Sam Gladel with 5 on Monterey. and Christian Volosky with 4. So Monterey Bay is showing out in these top scorers and assists as well. If you look at goals plus assists, Russell Cicerone with 12, Albert Diqua with 9. So no assists for Diqua and 1 assist for Alex Dixon. So that is how the USL Championship looks. We're going to move forward to USL League One, or I guess I should say down. We're going to move down the table to USL League One. All right, USL League One here. They've still only played like 12 matches. They're catching up a bit, I guess. North Carolina FC in first place with 22 points out of 12 games played, 7 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses, 17 goals scored, 14 conceded. They're kind of at a loss, a win, a loss, a win, a loss type of record right now, North Carolina FC. Charlotte Independence on a 3-game win streak in second place with 22 points as well. They have actual positive goal differential, but this must be sorted by wins or goals scored, I guess. I don't know what USL League One does. I guess we'll have to look that up. But Charlotte Independence has 1 less win than them and also has 1 less goal scored. Only conceded 8. Richmond Kickers in third with 20 points. They have 1 loss in their last 5, so they're turning it around as they only have 3 losses on the season, but their first 2 losses coming before these last 5 games. Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC in fourth. That name is a mouthful. They're undefeated in their last 5 games. They only have 1 loss on the season. They have 19 points. They've only played 10. So they can actually, with the games in hand on North Carolina FC, they have 2 games in hand of them and 3 games in hand of Richmond Kickers. They can really jump up the table if they get some more wins here. Forward Madison just had a big win yesterday. They're in 5th, 16 points, 11 games played. They stopped a 2-game losing streak with that win. 1 Knoxville SC is in 6th with 16 points out of 12 games played. Out of the playoff spot, South Georgia Tormenta FC in 7th with 15 points. Greenville Triumph SC in 8th with 13 points. Union Omaha in 9th with 12 points. Chattanooga Red Wolves SC, 10th place, 11 points. Central Valley Fuego FC in 11th with 10 points. And Lexington SC in 12th with 10 points at the bottom here. So really only a 6-point gap from bottom to 5th. So if you start going on a run, Lexington, you can jump up this table here. But so far, that is what we're looking at here. Let's go ahead and look at what matches they have upcoming here. They have 1 game on Wednesday, June 14th, Lexington hosting Chattanooga Red Wolves at 7. Then they have 4 games on June 17th, Richmond Kickers and Forward Madison at 7 o'clock. 1 Knoxville SC and Charlotte Independence at 7:30, South Georgia Tormenta and Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC at 7:30, and Central Valley Fuego at 10 o'clock against Greenville Triumph SC. On Sunday, June 18th, they play 1 match, North Carolina FC and Lexington at 3 o'clock. Wednesday, June 21st, Greenville Triumph SC versus Chattanooga at 7:30. Union Omaha, 1 Knoxville at 8. Thursday, June 22nd, Forward Madison and Lexington at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday, June 24th, Richmond Kickers and 1 Knoxville at 7 o'clock. Chattanooga, Charlotte at 7:30. Union Omaha and South Georgia Tormenta at 8 o'clock. Northern Colorado Hailstorm and Central Valley Fuego at 9 o'clock in the battle for the long names of USL League One. We'll hopefully be back before June 28th to recap what happened there. But their games are a lot more scattered. Remember, this is what I was kind of complaining about a few weeks ago, how much more scattered the games are for USL League One and some leagues like NISA, where it is very up and down on when exactly they're going to be playing. I'm going to go ahead and look at the stats before we wrap up USL League One. Top goal scorer is Trevor Amon from Northern Colorado Hailstorm, as he has 8 goals. No Meza Number 6, not number 6, second on the top goal scorer with 6 goals, Raphael Metzingen, 6 goals for North Carolina FC. Assist, Olex Anderson with 4 on North Carolina. Alan Gavelanes with 3 for Greenville Triumph. Arthur Rogers with 3, Northern Colorado Hailstorm. So those are your stats for USL League One. We're going to take a look at USL League Two, which is not on FOTMob. So I actually have to go to the site itself for us to talk USL League Two. This started in early May. So some of these teams have only played 4. Some of them have played 7. So in the Northeast Division, Vermont Green FC is in first place with hold up here. They're ranking them points per match. Okay, so we're ranking them points per match because they've played so many different games. So that's how they're ranking them on this site. But really, Western Mass Pioneers has 15 points on 7 games. But because Vermont has 9 points from 4 games, they're ranking them first. Okay? Western Mass Pioneers, no losses so far. And they've scored 20 goals. Holy crap. They've only given up 4. I'd rank them number 1. I don't care points per match. They haven't lost. They're scoring more. They're conceding less. I mean, obviously they conceded 1 more than Vermont, but they've also played 3 more games. This is odd. Can I do anything about this? Can I rank them another way? No? Okay. So the site is ranking them Vermont Green 2.25 points per match. Western Mass with 2.14. Seacoast United Phantoms. They're in third, ranked with 7 points, 1.75 points per match. Pathfinder FC in fourth with 10 points. They have 1.67 points per match. AC Connecticut, with a logo that looks like AC Milan but blue and white, is they have 7 points on the season. BlackRock FC has 8 points on the season. Albany Rush have 4 points on the season. Boston Bolts have 3, and Boston City FC have 0 points. They played 5 games, 5 losses. They've conceded 21 goals. Now I'm curious. How bad did Western Mass beat them? All right. Western Mass beat Boston Bolts 3-0. Where's Boston FC? Okay, this is part of it. Western Mass Pioneers on May 30th, 2 weeks ago, beat Boston FC 10-1 in USL League 2. That's where 10 of the 20 goals that Western Mass have scored have come from. Who else have they gotten beat by? Boston City lost 5-1 to Pathfinder, 2-1 to Albany, 10-1 to Western Mass, 2-1 to Connecticut, and 2-1 to BlackRock. Wow. Okay, Southeast Division, you have the Villages SC. They have 7 points. They've only played 3 games, though. Nona FC is in second. I'm going to send that to my mom. That's the name she goes by for her grandkids. Nona FC in second with 10 points, but 2 points per match. They've played 5. Florida Elite Soccer Academy with 11 points. Tampa Bay United with 8 points. Brevard SC with 5 points. And Swan City SC in 2 points. Out of 6 games. Not great. Heartland Division has Chicago City SC, 12 points. Des Moines Menace with 15 points. St. Charles with 9. Peoria City with 6. Wichita with 6. Springfield Athletic with 3. And Chicago Dutch Lions with 0 points. Southwest Division, we have Ventura County Fusion with 12 points. Redlands FC with 11 points. Tucson with 8. Southern California Seahorses, that's a cool name, with 4 points. Arizona Arsenal with 5. Capo with 1. We even have a Northwest with Ballard with 15 points. Town with 9. Capital Athletico with 7. That's an interesting setup here, I guess. All right, well, there you go. That's the current layout for them here. USL League 2 is not really like professional, I guess I would say. Like, I mean, it is, but it's more semi-pro. Their schedule is confusing on their site too. I didn't even see some of these teams. Where's the Deep North? They didn't show that on the thing. Valley to Great Lakes. I didn't see any of these teams. We didn't even see the Eastern Conference. Okay, so there's different conferences too. So what was the standings from? They are so confusing. This site is so confusing. Yeah, Northeast, Southeast, Division. Okay, let's do this. Chesapeake. All right, here we go. This is where we are. This is nice. Why didn't they show that before? They were showing... Okay. This is my first time using this site on the show. All right. Okay, Chesapeake Division, though. We have Lionsbridge FC with 15 points. Christos FC, that's my Baltimore team. That's why I was like really confused on why I didn't see them. They have 11 points. Virginia Beach have 9. Northern Virginia have 7. Paxent Football Athletics and 1 point. Virginia Marauders with 0. In the Deep North, we have RKC Third Coast with 12 points. FC Manitoba with 7. Rochester FC with 10. St. Croix Legends with 6. Thunder Bay Chill with 4. Minneapolis City with 4. And Bavarian United with 0. Flint City Bucks with 15 points. Ann Arbor, AFC Ann Arbor with 9. Midwest United with 11. Oakland County with 9. Lansing City Football with 6. Kalamazoo FC with 4. South Bend Lions with 1. Heartland we went with. Okay, Lone Star. This must be all Texas here. AHFC Royals, 15 points. Corpus Christi FC with 9 points. AC Houston Sur with 4. Houston FC with 3. Twin City Toucans with 1. Toucans with 1. Round Rock SC with 0. All right, the Metropolitan Division. This is all New York here. Long Island Rough Riders with 15 points. They have 3 points per match here. They've not lost or drawn 5 straight wins. Only given up 2 goals. Manhattan SC with 10 points. Hudson Valley Hammers with 9. Cedar Stars with 7. New Jersey Copa FC with 9. Westchester Flames with 4. Morris Elite with 4. Ironbound SC with 3. FC Motown with 3. And FA Euro New York, 2 points. Mid-South, you have Texas United with 16 points. Little Rock Rangers with 10. Louisiana Crew with 10. Mississippi Brilla with 7 points. LA Parish with 4. And Blue Goose SC. That is a rad logo. We're going to check them out a bit if I can. We'll come back to them. Blue Goose SC. Mid-Atlantic region. This is a region that the Baltimore Bohemians used to be in. Ocean City Nor'easters with 16 points. Westchester United with 10. Philadelphia Lone Star with 7. Reading United with 7. Real Central, or maybe Real Central, New Jersey with 7, and Lehigh Valley with 2. All right, the Mountain Division, Boulder County with 6 points. Salt City SC with 7. Park City Red Wolves with 5. CISA, CISA with 4. Flatirons Rush with 3. And New Mexico United under 23s with 3 points. NorCal has Monterey Bay FC 2. Project 510, which looks like Oakland Roots. San Francisco Glens SC. Marin FC Legends, Academia SC, San Francisco City FC, and Davis Legacy SC. Northeast we looked at, Northwest we looked at, South Atlantic. My God, there are so many teams. Okay, NC Fusion, Charlotte Eagles, West Virginia United, FC Carolinas, Tobacco Road FC, Wake FC, and then North Carolina FC under 23s and Charlotte Independence 2s. Dang. South Central, Asheville City, South Carolina United, Southern Soccer Academy, Tennessee SC, Dalton Red Wolves SC, East Atlanta Dutch Lions, and North Alabama. South Florida, Miami AC, FC Miami City, Weston FC, Sarasota Paradise. That's a cool name. St. Petersburg FC, and Altitude Rush. Southwest has Ventura County Fusion, Redlands FC, FC Tucson, Southern Carolina Seahorses. Oh, we looked at them. Seahorses gave it away. Okay, Valley Division here has Fort Wayne FC, Toledo Villa, Kings Hammer, Cleveland Force, FC Buffalo, and Dayton Dutch Lions. We won't look at USL League 2 too much, like each time, because they are very, I guess, spread out. Not much to talk about for some of that stuff. Okay, over the midweek, Tuesday and Wednesday, there was some Open Cup action. Cincinnati beat the Riverhounds 3-1. Houston Dynamo beat Chicago 4-1. And Inter Miami beat Birmingham Legion 1-0. And RSL beat LA Galaxy 3-2, leaving no more lower league teams in the Open Cup. Instead, we're looking at FC Cincinnati and Inter Miami. Houston Dynamo versus RSL. Those games are on the 23rd of August. And then the final on Wednesday, September 27th. This is 4 p.m. There's no way they're going to play that at 4 p.m. on a Wednesday. It's probably just a placeholder. All right, MLS Next Pro. We're not really going to look at that right now. It's going. It's going. We're going to look at NISA instead. Okay, so in NISA, some of these teams have only played 9 games. Some of them have played 5. This is the way NISA works. Chattanooga FC in first with 23 points. They've played 9 games. They're still undefeated. They've still only conceded 2 goals all season long. And for them playing the most games, that is a pretty big feat. The Bobcats, my Maryland Bobcats, are in second. 8 games played, 5 wins, 3 losses. They've only conceded 8. They've scored 16. They have 15 points. So with 1 game less played than Chattanooga, they are 8 points behind. Chattanooga is going to run away with this. If they keep playing the way they're playing, Chattanooga is going to run away with first place. Now, again, it looks like 6 teams get to the playoffs out of 9, so we'll see how that goes. But there you go. Michigan Stars in third with 11 points. They're undefeated, but they've only played 5 games. So they have 3 wins, 2 draws. Albion San Diego, which took forever to play their first game of the season, have now played 7. and they have 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. 9 goals scored, 12 conceded, -3 goal differential. They play the Bobcats next, it looks like. LA Force is in 5th. They've only played 5 games. 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. That loss happened just this last game they played on May 31st. See, again, they haven't played in 2 weeks. It was against the Bobcats. Bobcats won. Club de Leon FC, or Leon, I guess, 7 matches played, 7 points, 2 wins, a draw, 4 losses. Gold Star FC Detroit in 7th with 6 points. Savannah Clovers in 8th with 5 points. They only have 1 win on the season. They have 5 losses, 3 of those in the last 3 games. City Union in 9th with 6 games played, only 3 points. That win happened just yesterday against Gold Star Detroit. So that's your NISA minute, I guess. If we're looking at the matches upcoming here, we have Thursday, June 15th, Albion San Diego versus Maryland Bobcats at 9 p.m. Then June 17th, we have Savannah Clovers and Club de Leon at 7 o'clock. LA Force versus Maryland Bobcats at 10. Then we have 1 game on June 18th, which is Albion San Diego and City Union. And then we have a game on Wednesday, LA Force and City Union. And then we have a 4-game set on Saturday, June 24th. City Union and Savannah at 6. Gold Star versus Maryland Bobcats at 7. Chattanooga versus Club de Leon at 7:30. And Albion San Diego versus Michigan Stars at 9. By then, we should be back giving an update. But again, a scattering of matches for NISA. They don't have stats listed there, so I guess I'd have to investigate that. But there you go. There's your update on lower league soccer in America. I wish that there was more to provide, I guess, but I do hope at some point these teams continue to grow and we kind of get a little bit more stable. Like I've said every show on here, I think I'm a little worried about NISA. Just a little worried about NISA. They have 9 teams. I think they're supposed to add a 10th next year again, but it's just worrying on how they're doing. Other than that, I think the state of soccer in America is quite good. I mean, you can watch USL Championship and a lot of USL League One on ESPN Plus. We have MLS on the Apple deal. US Open Cup, I think, was a little bit worse this year without it being on ESPN Plus. I know that's like a paywall, but trying to figure out what games are on the Bleacher Report YouTube, which ones are on the Bleacher Report app, and then which ones they sold to CBS Sports Golazo, the 24/7 soccer free streaming service, and Pluto channel. It can be kind of like hit or miss with where am I supposed to watch the game? At least last year I knew if it was the Open Cup I was on ESPN Plus. If I am when the Open Cup can be on like 3 different channels or whatever, it makes it a little bit tougher, I think, to grow the audience. But what do I know, right? I mean, I'm not actually this isn't my actual job or anything, so maybe I'm wrong about that, but just my thoughts, my feelings on it. Trying to get back in the swing of doing this every other week, bi-weekly show here. I should be a little less busy going forward, other than that vacation I have coming up. But other than that, I should be, a lot more available than what I was. It was a busy beginning of summer here. Thank you all for watching or listening. You can follow us at Stateside Show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We actually just started a Discord channel as well where you can chat soccer, all things soccer, with us. We have channels open for lower league soccer, for MLS, for European soccer, other sports. We have it all there. If you want to get invited to the Discord, you can click the link tree and click the Discord logo in there, and you can get yourself set up there on the Discord. Just opened it up this weekend, so it's just me in there right now, but hoping to get more people to talk more soccer. But so you can do that too. But that's where you can find us. Thank you all for watching and listening. Have a great rest of your week. We will catch you next time when we update everything on lower league soccer here in America.